General music theory's speech-based model is a formalization of the findings that occurred by extended research about the relation between speech and music. The first part is about the role of intervals as meaning carriers. Their use in speech shows that in non-tonal languages, intervals can be related to punctuation marks. The interpretation of the rhetoric of melodic intervals can also be applied to chord progressions. When chords are connected, many melodic movements are involved, and they show a correspondence to well-known tonal relations of degrees, such as cadences. Taking into consideration the contribution of acoustic memory, melodic intervals and their relation to punctuation marks can also be used as means for tension evaluation of chords. All the above show an integration of the harmonic series in prosody. The meaning that is embedded in these melodic characteristics of speech can be used as a tool for composition and analysis in music. On the basis of the fact that speech was developed before melody and harmony, we can assume that the use of the harmonic series in prosody is carried to our perception in music. Thus, we can relate prosody and music because we expect that the musical ear took for granted the established meaning found in the melodic movements of prosody. The study of punctuation marks shows many overlapping uses of intervals for similar uses in speech and music, even though music got there without using speech as a model. GMT's contribution is the conscious use of this knowledge as a means for conveying meaning. The second part of GMT is about the creation of an algorithm that connects emotions to a series of musical quantities. After taking into consideration many psychology papers and books about the variety and the characteristics of emotions, a three-dimensional chart was created to list emotions and relate them to three columns. A. Their energy level, psychological tension. B. Their positivity level. And C. The amount of expressiveness that they are accompanied with. After a lot of analysis on samples that contained speech portions with specified emotional context, an algorithm was made. This algorithm connects these three columns of the main aspects of the emotions to 7 musical quantities that were observed to be changing in a predictable manner. This tool is a very helpful one for evaluating musical characteristics in composition or interpretation and their correspondence to evoking specific emotions. GMT's speech-based model can provide a new way of thinking in music. It is a method that can be used for analysis, composition regardless of genres, interpretation and critique, and it is consistent with all well-established theoretical approaches.